As you said, we have 3 countries. We have Germany, France and Switzerland. For cross-border cooperation, we have a long experience, a little bit longer than here in the Öresund region. We have 50 years. We started in 1963. And it's difficult to give you recommendations because the regions are often have other circumstances, other infrastructure, other partners and people living in this region. But as a recommendation, I would give, it's really important to have a strong economic cross-border cooperation and to really try hard to reinforce innovation processes. Because as soon as you are on the innovation level, then you are a leader. And if you are not on this level, then you are a follower on regional level, I would say. I think it's really important to have a cooperation on local level where people are really living on each side of the border. That I think is the most important thing, because there you have a really identity, a cross-border common identity. And therefore it's important to have the people really responsible in the different processes. You have to have the CEOs from the enterprises, you have to have the head of universities on the table, and you have to have the local government. And all together they have to make common cross-border progresses. One problem we had in the last 20-30 years, and it's an emergent problem, is the language problem. We have 2 different languages spoken in our region. It's the German language and the French language. And in 2 countries we have a lack of language skills. This is in Germany and in France. And we need often translation in cross-border cooperation, and this is really making processes weaker, and it takes more time and more financial investment for cross-border cooperation. And another problem we actually have in our region is public financing. We have in each country the public finances are going back, and therefore if you try to create something new, something common and new, then it's really difficult to find money to realize some projects. We are trying hard to implicate the economic partners and to have a public-private financing and partnership, but it's difficult, it's really difficult. Yeah, that would be, I think, if people are thinking not, this could be in some future, if people thinking not at our region as a region divided by borderlines. They would think we are one common region, and we have the border at the end of our 3 national regions. This will mean we have our borders within the countries and not within the own countries, and not there where the 3 countries are meeting each other. I think a real important thing is infrastructure. As soon as you have a good working, and not only the good working infrastructure, but also the soft factors have to work. How to buy a ticket for a train from Copenhagen to Malmö. It should be easy, it should be not too expensive. If you have good infrastructure and good soft factors, then it should be really easy to bring people together, and as soon as you bring people together, then it's easier to progress in cross-border cooperation. This is a good question, and this is a question which people are asking me at home probably too. Why are you going to Copenhagen? And I think it's really important to have this exchange and the benchmark on European level between regions. You have always, in each region, you have the cooperation within it, and you have a cooperation on European level. And as soon as you have exchange on European level, then you can have common positions, common identities, and if you realize you have a common problem on European level, for example, the Öresund region and the Upper Rhine region, and then it's possible to make lobbying to have a solution in Brussels, for example, or in the national capitals. I think you could learn from bringing people together on all levels, all aspects. This will mean politics, economy and scientists and representatives from the population. All four, bring them together and try to make common projects, common initiatives, and try to find common solutions, and then you will go a step forward.